Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is CJ, your gamer girl, signing on. In the last episode, we found Mr. White, the man who ruined Mia and Maya Faye's mother, and the one who killed Mia. But we're being blamed for it because he's one of those people that... he's an information broker. He's got blackmail on everybody. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix, look! Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. Huh? I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So, you're saying I'm going to be guilty, end of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. White. Anything. White! Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie, to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who's... Okay. In all honesty, I honestly don't think Edgeworth wants to do this. White has something on him, too. I think this is the first time I'm gonna feel sorry for this man. Because he's doing this not because he's trying to... He's, you know, passionately trying to get the guilty verdict. He's doing this because some rich bastard with info on him is telling him to put me away. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Huh? Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet! They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. This is not gonna be easy. This is not going to be easy. Hi, Maya. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself. Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. At least the court is willing to let him defend himself. As the details of the events are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. I'm saving as many times as possible now because I'm worried I'm going to make a mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't the witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Faye? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Great! He gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. I mean, that was pretty much nothing. I'm going to enjoy ripping you apart. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my person. Just say your name! Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corps. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? I'm just going to, I'm just going to, make him sound more and more aggravated as this blowhard goes on. Because I'm pretty sure he actually is. And that would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatwater Hotel the night of the murder. Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world, and I'm the last man standing? That's just your luck, I guess? Ho ho ho! I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. Oh, I will. Witness testimony. Let's see. It was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was when I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testified, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. I'm going to rip you apart. I hope. It's about 9 o'clock. Well, okay. We'll see you at 9. Victim dodged and ran to the right. She was caught and struck. Let's just press and see if we can find any holes. Quietly perusing, reading to you, some papers by the window. Heard a bedlam coming from outside. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him. The spiky was attacking it. Okay, needless to say, that man was none other than... Okay, hang on. Spiky-haired! This is not a time to be insulted! You were supposed to ask, how do you know? That man was none other than you. I'm gonna... What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40? Don't add them together! I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is this judge on, anyway? And what did you do then? I called Miss May over. She was surprised. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was over. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on TV, and she was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Faye office phone? Irrelevant! That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of the Fae woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course. Comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! That clearly contradicts Mia. Not Mia. April's. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. It is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second! Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Mr. White is right! Both are right! Oh! His left, her right! Both are right! Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once. Ha, I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Faye & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching her from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this court will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing. The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear, and for this I apologize. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Part 2. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her, savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the... She was hit once! You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? You bet I will. Yes, Your Honor. I got a little excited there. Excuse me. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. What do you mean, first? First? That is what comes before... Please sit back and let's... First, she ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. I didn't hit anyone! Now, Mr. Wright, I'm not hiding anything! The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? What do you mean, next? This isn't a... I know that! Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. But if she was... A blow! Okay, hang on. Mr. White! The victim died from a single blow! What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were an abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away! Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony, crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this one now, White. Mr. White? Okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. And then, the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to her left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap! Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. I'm going to press you so hard. You're going to pop. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that. The glass light stand. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix! Doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, very odd. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. The glass stand was lying on the floor? That's the first I've heard of this. Why didn't you tell us about the stand before? Oh, why? Me? Well, I was instructed not to— Wait! 1 moment! Give me a minute to gather my thoughts. I'm so confused. White's falling apart. Your Honor, please! I ask that you do not allow the witness to be badgered any further. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Yes, Your Honor. Edgeworth is on the ropes. Very well. The witness may continue his account. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. Again! Okay. Killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. She turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap. Okay. Light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Okay, I can't badger him on that anymore. Miss Mia? I keep wanting to call him Mr. Wright! Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No! Triple no! How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged. Now before, you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now. She turned and ran for the door. Do I have anything on this guy? Broken beyond all record. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! No. Oh, if I need to save. My stand was... The broken remains of a glass light stand broken beyond all recognition. If I mess this up... Mr. White! It was impossible for you to have seen the light stand! What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Ugh. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it you saw the stand? Answer the question! Ugh. Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over. So, you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct! That would be no problemo, right? Big problemo! The stand was out of sight from the window! There's a big problemo. Problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct! That is so. It's conclusive, definite, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. What? Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. Look at this! These are the floor pans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gaywater Hotel, as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. I got him. Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia. Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now, what? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corps. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't! Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break! Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. offices. That is when I saw the accursed light stand. Now, I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White, I am again getting them confused, was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright theory is revealed for the basis conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me. I feel faint. Okay. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. And that is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound. Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Thanks, Maya. Oh boy. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Okay. Do you have any proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Was it really you that went into the office? Dude, you're not asking the right questions. Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Co. offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap, but why? Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corps is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Bullshit! Why did you notice something so innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beautacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. Damn it! There's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Do I have anything that I can present? Is there anything that I can do? I've pressed him. I've pressed him for everything. Beginning of September, week before the murder. Wait a minute. September 5th. See you tonight at 9. Okay. I don't know. Oh my god! What do I have on him? I had entered the Van Gogh law offices. Done so to place the wiretap. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Huh? Phoenix, over here! I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia! Did he faint? Where am I? It's a waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Hey, Phoenix! That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? Huh? Oh, she's talking to her through Maya. When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right, I am Maya, but I am also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah. The one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix Wright wrote that, not me. So what do we do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. What? $1,000. Wow, pig spender. Item: glass light stand. Date of purchase: September 4th. September 4th! That's right, Phoenix! I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say on in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. There we go. I have something on him now. That was part of the story. Whew, I thought I lost. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, or rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there was nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. Finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you, this is the last time I'll ask you. But, and Mr. Edgeworth has noted that this trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Bitch, I got you! I got you. The beginning of September, the week before the murder. Here you go. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase, why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a lot of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances. Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh, wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. I will object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What? The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until No! There's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. Gah! The witness will stay! Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia? What's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Hold! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense... the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Boom! Beat you again, Edgeworth. With help from Mia, of course. That is all. Court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations! You're lucky I was born a fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. So is this a thing that's going to happen often? Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me. And Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief? I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief! Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Being here. It's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia? I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then. I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like? You were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this! See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of... Huh. She means the office! This office! Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought. Let's make this casual. Yo, Nick! Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means? We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Ooh, I have my thumbnail. Yay. Oh, but this is so sad too. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here, watching. Oh, yeah. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a-wasting. Okay. Wait up. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Oh. I'm gonna freaking cry. I'm gonna save and end the episode here. Next episode will be starting episode 3. Or chapter 3, whichever one you want to go with. So until then, this is the Gamer Girl signing off. Bye bye.